going to be talking about the expenses and the tuition fees in Australia. So, when you provide your financial documents to the Visa Council, it will be expected that you show around $70,000 Australian dollars either in your bank account or that is being sanctioned from the loan. Other than that, they expect you to show around $20,000 as your living expenses each year. So yeah, and the tuition expenses for most of the universities are around 70 to $80,000. But then there is usually scholarships, which scholarships it's around 60,000. So talking about part-time jobs, you won't be able to cover up the whole of $20,000 per year doing part-time jobs, but around 15 to $16,000 is what is expected a normal student can cover up. So as per Australian law, every job should provide you about $21 per hour. So that is 21 into 20 per fortnight. That is how much. That's the max that you can earn. Coming to the next point, the visa interview. So again, unlike all other countries, Australia does not have a visa interview as such. You do not have to go to the council unless they call you in the council. Um, but if they find any loophole in your statement of purpose, if if they're not convinced by the way you have written about your course structure, or the clarity about as in why you're coming to Australia, then they might target you as a potential migrant. And if that happens, you will receive a phone call, and in this phone call they're going to ask you they're going to roast you. They're going to ask you everything about your course structure, what your financial plan is, almost your whole plan of action. So make sure you cover all the points that I've mentioned uh, here in the SOP, especially uh, the course structure, because they are going to ask you what are the different units that you have selected, describing those units, and you should be fluent with all of them. So I got my visa in almost 20 minutes. I wasn't called for a visa interview. But then there are a lot of people who do get called for the visa interview. Then there's nothing much to be worried if you're applying through an agent. They usually take care of all of this, and the success rate for Australia is pretty much high unless you don't write your statement of purpose very properly. And talking about student life, um, so it's kind of different from the way we have in India, because in India we have a fixed timetable which is enforced upon you. There is no way you can shift lectures from one day to the other. That is what I feel. Um, but then in the universities in Australia, it is not like that. You can take up your lectures on any time of the week. You can take up your tutorials at any time of the week. You can plan your whole weeks in such a way that you have time to work part time or do some casual job. So even if you miss those lectures in which you have enrolled, most of these universities have recorded lectures that you can go home and you can watch it. The student life is more or less chill. You just have to go to university on at the max 3 days, and the rest of the days you're free to do to work and earn money. So talking about internship and job prospects, um, it's not a cakewalk to find a job in Australia. It is pretty difficult. There are no campus recruitments. You have to attend various job fairs, not only in your university but also in all other universities. You have to run around with your resume, and you have to submit your resume to each and every company that is over there. Depending upon your resume, they're going to call you. They're going to have interview sessions, and only if you clear all of that, you'll be getting a job. But it's not a very uh, simple thing as you imagine. So, but the only trick to finding a job is to keep on applying to as much as you can. But then, like almost all these students who come to Australia, they do find a job in their field. So it's not something that is impossible, but then it's something that requires a lot of effort. So, one thing that I like to highlight over here is almost 60% of the jobs here require permanent residency, because they know you have only 20 hours to work every fortnight, so you won't be able to work full time. So they prefer people who have permanent residency and who can work full time. Um, I've put a link on the presentation slide which shows the points table. So there is also one list called the skilled occupation list, which shows the number of points that are required for you to get a PR. And even if you reach those points, you there'll be more levels in which they'll be classifying, and only depending upon the needs they'll be giving a permanent residency. um, but then yeah, like it's not something that's very difficult as of now. um, but it's expected to be a bit strict in the coming years. In around 5 to 10 years, it's going to be pretty difficult. But then, as of now, the PR scenes are very easy, and yeah.